This month on Images, COD President Dr. Breuder continues to highlight significant accomplishments of the past 3 years. Major updates and upgrades are ready to be installed at the Seton Computing Center. And culture and cuisine combine on a culinary adventure to France. All of that and more on this edition of Images. Hi, I'm Rio Almaria, admissions representative at College of DuPage. Welcome to Images, the program that keeps you up to date on what's happening here at COD. With expanded programming, ambitious building projects, and dedication to financial responsibility, College of DuPage has blazed a trail of unparalleled progress in the last 3 years under the leadership of Dr. Robert L. Breuder. Images continues its two-part interview with the president of COD, reflecting on the significant achievements during his term, while looking ahead to the challenges of the future.
In the 7.5 years that I hope to be here, I'm finished with 3, and I'm scheduled to run out in June of 2016. We will have either started or completed between $500 and $600 million in capital construction. That is a significant amount of money for any educational institution to undertake, let alone a community college, and all of this in the state of Illinois, which, as we know, is suffering immensely at the state level in terms of its budget and the economic challenges that have surrounded it for a number of years. So by the time I'm done as president of College of DuPage, we will have literally renovated or built out new the complete physical plant of this institution. Well, we chose to build a new Homeland Security Education Center. It is new, but it's really created from scratch, if you will, and a culinary center, if you will. Those are the 2 new flagships for this institution, and they're reflective of the demand from the community. So we know that public safety is on the forefront of everyone's mind. It's of concern and interest to all of us. It's a discipline area, or an array of disciplines that are not going to go away over time. So whether you're a first responder in police or fire or emergency medical health care, we know that our environment is going to demand, expect training of people in those areas for many years to come, whether they're already in the business or whether they're going to be trained to go into the area of public service, meaning one of those first responders. On the other side of the campus, culinary and hospitality, even in the worst economy, people go out and eat. People travel. People need to be able to balance their life and all the challenges in it. And we felt that culinary and hospitality was another area on which we would continue to grow this institution in years to come. So when we look at enrollment this past January, enrollment in both of those program areas is up dramatically, which we think is an affirmation that the decision to build 2 $30 million buildings, combined total of about 130,000 square feet, was a good business decision and in the best interest of the public. Our Student Services Center is also a new facility for us, and when you operate 1.2 million square feet, when you have 30,000 headcount students in any one semester, you can imagine what it's like to turn 30,000 people loose on 1.2 million square feet who are trying to access more than 225 programs of study or seek service for one reason or another. So we needed to build a facility and localize in that facility some of the prime services that students expect, so that we can make it easier for them to access the institution, to infiltrate the institution, to, if you will, enroll, so that once we identify and bring them here, we created a building and programs and services were centered in there to make it easier for students to be able to pursue their education, avail themselves of the variety of services we have, and not put stumbling blocks in their way so that they become discouraged or disheartened and all of a sudden they leave. We want them to stay with us through till the end. Community colleges were established well over 100 years ago. The first one was Joliet Junior College, and the architect of the community college movement in this country was William Rainey Harper. But when community colleges started out years ago, they were really primarily a conduit to a university community. The first few years to allow a student to be able to eventually get the baccalaureate degree. Now what we found over 100 years, and the economy in that regard has been a blessing the last 3 years, it has forced people to take a look at what's in your backyard and evaluate that. And lo and behold, so many people have found, my heavens, we needn't have looked to Iowa or to New York or to California or elsewhere in the state of Illinois. We have an incredible institution right in our backyard that offers us a quality education, affordable education, and they can compete with anybody academically in the first 2 years of a baccalaureate degree. So then we started to go out and really sell, if you will, our academic excellence and draw to the institution what we refer to as academically enriched students, students who could go anywhere in the country. They had tremendous scores, GPAs within their high school. They were very accomplished high school graduates, but they were leaving the area. Now we're attracting them with our Presidential Scholars Program. Last year we offered 56 to high school graduates last fall. Of those 56, 54 continued to study at College of DuPage. Several had to leave for personal reasons. And of those 54 that are remaining, more than half of them achieved a 4.0 GPA in their freshman year at the institution. And I think the overall GPA of the 54 is almost 3.6%. So what this simply is telling you is that we have increasingly an expanded number of academically enriched students coming to the College of DuPage. We will always serve the student who has a challenge to one degree or another, where their opportunity to pursue higher education. Put it all together and you can understand why community colleges in this country at this moment in time are perhaps the linchpin, the cornerstone, if you will, to all of higher education. Here at College of DuPage, I maintain the approach that we're a business. We're a large business. Sometimes traditional educators have a little bit of difficulty accepting the terminology of return on investment or clients or what's the bottom line or what's the fund balance. You know, purists in the academia sometimes just are challenged by that terminology, but the reality is we're a huge piece of business. We operate on a budget that easily exceeds $300 million a year. We issue 5,000 W-2s. We have 1.2 million square feet. We have multiple locations. All the challenges that we face are the same as any organization would face, whether it's a Motorola or a Nordstrom's or a Wheaton Bank. We're challenged by the same things that they are and given the same opportunities in many ways. So you have to be financially strong to be able to meet the unexpected challenges which are certain to emerge, as well as, and perhaps more importantly, the opportunities that are going to present themselves periodically that if you didn't have strong financial condition, then you wouldn't be able to avail yourself of that. So one of the things that we have pursued the last few years, even during a downturn in the economy, is to build our fund balance, so to speak. Put away money, more money, so that if a very severe situation were to materialize, we would have the capability of sustaining the operation of a large business for an extended period of time, or to avail ourselves of opportunities. So we have moved our fund balance from something like 37% of our operating budget when I came here to now 62%. I've added almost $50 million to now that we have a reserve of about $101 million, which frankly puts us in great stead for being able to nourish all the programs and services, take good care of the people who work here, and guarantee students who come to College of DuPage a quality education. Again, that's what it's all about.
To learn more about recent progress and transformation at COD, as well as Dr. Breuder's vision for your community college, visit the Office of the President pages at cod.edu.
says a quality education needs to be expensive?
Who says you need to spend a lot to find the college programs you want?
Who says state-of-the-art is out of my budget?
Who says you need to break the bank to get all this?
A college education is never a risky investment. When everything else is uncertain, you can count on one thing. College of DuPage delivers the best educational value for your dollar. Invest in your future with College of DuPage.
The next instructional space to be updated is the Seton Computing Center. As technology marches on, the demand for cutting-edge computer resources escalates. Renovations to the SCC promise to create an educational facility that will support cutting-edge, experimental, and highly specialized computer applications.
I think the purpose of this building is really to celebrate the computer program. When you look at the building, you should take a look at what it looks like today because it has this wonderful bunker feeling. When it's changed, it's going to have a feel of some of the buildings like CHC where there's something in terms of dramatic change. And there's going to be that sense of pride of that's our program. So we've brought more glass and more light into the space. At the same time, we also made some continuity between the designs. So you'll see elements of the color of the BIC floating into this design, and now you're getting more of a campus feel. It looks more part of the bigger master plan, and it won't look like a bunker any longer. It'll really celebrate the space. What we were able to do is not really add square footage, but actually lay it out better. One of the problems that they had with the previous design was it was more dead end in a very small building. And now we've created a circular flow in the center of the building, but much more of a communication from the parking lot into the rest of the BIC complex itself. That is now more of a better connection, a better front door. The other thing that we're doing is bringing color into that environment. So we're playing with the ideas of making that space fun for the students. There's areas for them to collaborate in terms of studies. There's areas for them to work for games and how they participate as a group on the different programs and the different projects. And really, to be honest, to make it an exciting space for somebody who's in computers because it's kind of a closed-in kind of environment, and we're trying to make more of an open environment, a much more exciting environment. The computer classes we're trying to accommodate are things that are associated with internet applications, web applications, some of the gaming applications, the things that are more high-tech and more leading edge. And the building is really designed to celebrate those different programs and to give them some visibility. Often they're only exciting when you're in the classroom. We're trying to celebrate the actual construction to celebrate some of those programs specifically. And to see the architectural firm of White working with staff in order to make the space more academically challenging and pleasing. At the same time, being architects, they are trying to find a way to make the building an exciting place of a destination. We're really doing something that's different.
Witness the transformation and see how COD's improvements can benefit you. We invite you to visit us in person or on the web at cod.edu. For many, a trip to France may include staying in a charming country house, visiting a vineyard, or strolling local markets and medieval villages. Students enrolled in the Field Studies course, French Country Cooking, experience all of that and learn to prepare local specialties, cooking alongside a French chef while earning credit.
The Culinary and Hospitality program at the College of DuPage offers a trip called French Country Cooking, and it goes from July 29th to August 4th, 2012. The trip is really a snapshot, a view into the life of France. One of the things that I really love about this trip is that people get to live like the French do for 7 days. It's really fantastic. We do all kinds of really interesting things. We go to a faience shop, which is porcelain making. We go to markets. We go to some upscale restaurants for dinner. We even have an optional cheese tunnel excursion. So it's really, really marvelous. One of the questions I always get right up front is, do you have to be a College of DuPage student to go? And the answer is no. In fact, a lot of people go on this trip that are community members, and they're not College of DuPage students, so that is not a problem at all. What we do for the trip is we meet at Saint-Exupéry Airport in Lyon, France on Sunday the 29th, and the bus leaves the airport at approximately 3 o'clock in the afternoon or so, and we all travel together to the Villa Beaulieu. The Villa Beaulieu is a beautiful, charming 19th century house which is located in Riorges, France. We visit markets while we're on this tour. We visit an indoor market, and we also visit a couple of outdoor markets. These markets have been going in the areas that we go to for literally hundreds and hundreds of years. So it's really cool to see something that's been happening like this for hundreds of years. We visit Émile Henry. They are a pottery shop, and so what they do is they actually make culinary cookware. We visit where they actually produce all of the culinary cookware in Marcigny, France. Another place we visit is Leclerc and Lardin. They make faience, which is a very beautiful high-end porcelain pottery. Gé Leblanc is a traditional oil pressing workshop. In fact, there's a limestone wheel in use to crush the nuts and olives and pistachios and almonds and everything they make. There's a limestone wheel in there that has been going around in the same little turntable since 1875. And so they're still producing nut oils just like they did hundreds of years ago. We have an optional wine tasting course as part of the trip. We also have an optional cheese tunnel course as part of the trip. The cheese tunnel is really cool. There was a train tunnel that used to go through one of the hillsides about 20 minutes or so away from where we stay, and it closed down. And so a company converted it into a cheese ripening room. And so it's 500 feet long, and it is loaded with thousands and thousands and thousands of cheeses that they're ripening. And so that's an optional excursion that we do, and I think that's one of the coolest things that we see all week long. Part of the trip, we cook with a professional French chef, and so there are 4 half days of cooking with the chef. And so what we do is all of us prepare or help prepare the meal for the evening as part of our cooking lessons. So it's a very, very interesting day. We go to lunch at Château Chanlon as part of this trip. Château Chanlon is a beautiful old castle, and we have a meal that in my opinion is second to none. It's fantastic. We have matched wines, we have about 5 or 6 courses. We're there all afternoon. It's an experience that people never forget. On the last day of the trip, we visit Old Lyon, which is known as Vieux Lyon in French. In this area of town, there are many, many restaurants. There's a basilica, there's a cathedral, and there is a beautiful Gallo-Roman theater, the ruins of it. In fact, they still have plays there today, and you can sit where people have sat for hundreds and hundreds of years. And so it's really something that a lot of people never forget. When we go on this trip, I think that something that's really, really fantastic in my mind is that you get an overall impression of the French people, the French culture, the way of eating, how they live, the newspapers they read, the kind of food they eat, how they live from day to day to day. I think that's something that a lot of people tell me about when they come home. They say, you know, that was fantastic. I really got a sense of who the French people are after this trip.
The French Country Cooking Trip runs July 29th to August 4th, 2012. If you're interested in going or would like more information about other cuisine-related field courses, please visit us on the web at cod.edu or contact Chris Thielman at 630-942-2720. Waterleaf is a professionally run, full-service, fine dining restaurant located in the Culinary and Hospitality Center on COD's main campus. Featuring freshest ingredients and locally grown produce, Waterleaf boasts a seasonal menu with contemporary flair. General Manager Jean-Pierre Leroux talks with Executive Chef Jean-Louis Clerc about the culinary creativity behind the restaurant's offerings.
We're going to have a brand new menu. We're going to use really seasonal products. Also try to bring, like we have a mackerel Napoleon. That's going to be with a smoked mackerel. We're going to do like a little mousse. Then we're going to cure our own mackerel as well and make like a nice puff pastry with some saffron.
Right.
And after that,
sounds good.
Dress very well the dish, and something very, very nice for an appetizer. We're going to have as well a very nice duck magret, which is the duck breast, which is going to be the Cadillac of the
tender,
the ducks. Very tender.
As you know, our customers are becoming more and more sophisticated.
That's correct.
They travel a lot. They've been exposed to so many different food and restaurants over the world. I think it is our role to keep them motivated.
That's right.
And come up with ideas like your mackerel Napoleon, for example, which I think would be smashing. Any other ideas to? Already, I'm excited already. I can't wait to try this food.
Well, we're going to have also a very nice duo of foie gras.
Yes.
We're going to do a hot and cold, means a foie gras two ways. The hot foie gras will be just pan-seared, deglazed with some roasted apples and a little bit of celery roots fried on the top.
Yeah.
A very nice homemade terrines of foie gras as well, with a little grape chutney and nice little brioche toast.
Excellent. What about using some, you know, we talk about using local produce.
Right.
Any thought on that?
Definitely with spring, we also talked with the COD horticulture department, and we are willing to partner with them to bring, you know, very local and organic products really grown on the campus.
Great. What about, you know, we have this magnificent outdoor dining here. The
Right.
patio, I think, would be the place to be when it comes springtime. I mean, what kind of food do you see coming up?
Well, I think it would be great to have, you know, a nice little cocktail, a glass of wine, a little appetizer or amuse-bouche coming to, and, you know,
cheers.
Just waiting for dinner. Just waiting for dinner, and after that, enjoying maybe a great, you know, mushroom cappuccino soup or something like that. Just to get you going.
I am definitely. You keep me going there. I mean, this is what it is. I think this is what we have to convey to our staff, is that we have this magnificent restaurant. Everyone needs to understand the beauty. Everything is first class. I mean, I hope they really understand what we have here. We have this gold mine that I'm sure you will shine and be known as one of the best chefs in the suburb of Chicago anytime soon. It's my goal, really. Our goal is to be perceived as a destination.
Yeah, the prime destination.
The prime destination, absolutely. And
yes,
I think you're in the right direction. You're doing extremely well, and let's keep on working the way we are. It's really a pleasure.
Thank you.
Want to pair the perfect wine with your entree? When Images returns, Jean-Pierre Leroux takes us into Waterleaf's wine cellar, stocked with impressive selections from around the world.
Students choose College of DuPage for a high-quality education and an exceptional value, with state-of-the-art facilities, award-winning faculty, and a focus on student success. Experience the value of a lifetime at College of DuPage.
We are in the wine cellar. The wine cellar is set at a 55 degrees Celsius temperature, ideal for red wine, and they are constant temperature, slightly chilled, perfect, you know, to keep the wine healthy, and ideal for testing. The wine list was designed to overall to have a world overview of the wine industry. We have wine ranging from South Africa, New Zealand, Australia, France, Italy, Germany, Alsace, Spain, Portugal. We even have wine from Arizona. We have this fabulous little white wine, absolutely delicious. Wine from Long Island as well. Red wines from, for example, the idea was to build something quite unique. I was able to buy the last 4 bottles in Chicago of this fantastic Cabernet, Philippe Togny, 207 Cabernet Sauvignon from Napa Valley, a unique find. The idea is, in fact, to find something different, wines that little boutique wines that people haven't seen in shops. We have the Paul Myers selection, 207 Paul Myers Cabernet Sauvignon, absolutely wonderful wine. Wines are built from lighter style to heavy style, fruity to a bit of tannin. The Bordeaux, for example, we have some fabulous Bordeaux here. We have a Chateau Margaux, you have a Chateau Chauvin, Grand Cru Saint-Emilion. The wine is designed to please different palates, from the Syrah to the Grenache, to the Cinsault, to the Cabernet Sauvignon, the Zinfandel, the Syrah, the Pinot Noir from France, and the Pinot Noir from Oregon. Very similar in style. Oregon, being on the same parallel as Burgundy, has the same climate, same soil, and tend to produce wine very similar. Those wines different from Napa Valley, where the fruit is very intense. Those are a bit more subtle, a bit more elegant in style. We pride ourselves also in a selection of half a bottle of wine, a selection to please everyone.
For more information on Waterleaf Restaurant, including menus and a link for reservations, visit waterleafrestaurant.com or make reservations directly through opentable.com by searching Waterleaf, or call the restaurant at 630-942-6881.
Who says a quality education needs to be expensive?
Who says you need to spend a lot to find the college programs you want?
Who says state-of-the-art is out of my budget?
Who says you need to break the bank to get all this?
A college education is never a risky investment. When everything else is uncertain, you can count on one thing. College of DuPage delivers the best educational value for your dollar. Invest in your future with College of DuPage.
Students choose College of DuPage for a high-quality education and an exceptional value, with state-of-the-art facilities, award-winning faculty, and a focus on student success. Experience the value of a lifetime at College of DuPage.
Images is your program, keeping you connected with the exciting events and interesting people that make up COD's vibrant community. Be sure to tune in every month to catch the latest and watch past episodes on demand at cod.edu. That's it for our program. I'm Rio Almaria. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.